Good evening. Welcome to my Sunday Facebook Live. I'm Emma Goddard and you can find me at coastalcrafter.com. I have gone without the fancy front screen this evening because it kept cutting out last week, so I'm going to have to investigate further and see what's happening with that. But I thought it was more important just to go live than have the fancy screen. Hello everyone. Oh, it's been a week, hasn't it? So we could do with some crafting distractions. So hello everyone joining. I thought this evening I would share some sneaky peeks, some goodies arrived. And I'm not going to do an unboxing as such because I have actually been very good and I've put all my things away. So not away, but I've just put them in their rightful place. So my stamps are on the shelf and my dies are away in the boxes. And oh, thank you. Jenny says virtual hugs. Merry Christmas, everyone. Indeed. How are we only a week away? So I've pulled out a few of my kind of favourite bits from what I've purchased, although my favourite list keeps changing. Does yours? There is too much. This is the new catalogue that's going to be coming out and it starts from the 5th of January and it is absolutely jammed packed with beautiful product. And I know that I say this every time a new catalogue comes out, but honestly they have outdone themselves yet again. Someone's asking if I got the mini. Yes, I did. I did. The mini cut and emboss machine has arrived. So one of the products I wasn't going to get, and then I was like, oh, I will get it, is the flowering cactus, because it was just like, it's quite pretty actually, I will get it. So that's what I've got out on my desk. I've got a few dies as well to share with you. And I'm going to pair it up with the many messages. Just trying to see if I can see comments on my screen, and I can't at the moment, but I can on here. Let's see. There we go. Paula says I adore my mini box. I know, it's so good, so handy, so handy. So what were people's top picks for those who have been able to order? So if you're a demonstrator, we've had pre-order, and yes, too many things to pick from. So the one I'm going to stamp with, which was this one, which is many messages, and then I'm going to die cut this one. It's a stamp which is kind of like a background stamp. It's not a background stamp, but it's one whole complete stamp, and it has, as the stamp that says, many messages on it. So it's rather handy for sentiments. So I'm going to stamp that out. Let's turn the camera over and then get that into place. So, good evening. So I'm going to grab my stamp apparatus. It's just on my desk behind me. We'll just grab a new piece of grid paper as well. Nothing like a clean piece of grid sheet. So pop that in there. And let's pop stamp it in one go. I don't need that piece. That's fine. Oh, Fiona says Herbie and I doggy watching and present wrapper. Oh, I love a bit of multitasking. Nothing wrong with that. So Jen says, loving so many things. It's ice creams, hydrangeas, flamingos, sea and shells. Oh yes, kangaroo, snail mail. The list is too long. I know, right? So yeah, sea and the seashell ones. So this one has my name all over it. Love it. So yeah, that was a definite for me. I also really like the wrapped bouquet as well. I've got that one. Right, what colours am I going to ink this? Just black, I think. So I'm going to stamp this in Memento. What else did I got too much really. Too much. Jen says, I hope a seashell Emma class is in the works. It sure is. For sure, for sure. Right, so let's go. Stamp this out. I'm going to stand up actually. So look at that. Loads and loads of sentiments. So you've got thank you for being you. Hooray, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy to celebrate these moments with you. Just a card to say hello. So there's loads. But what's even better, and I'm sure for those who are have had the opportunity to pre-order, you will have seen, but for some of you, you may not. And this comes with this die. So you can cut all of these out in one swoop. And those hearts and stars will obviously give you hearts and stars to use, but they are a great point to line up to make sure that you're in the right place for that. So yeah, Paul says this stamp was a must for me. I know, just so good, and they're a really cute size as well. So some of them are really a nice size. So I'm just going to run that through. Obviously this will go through the larger of the machines. Let me show you. I've just stamped that a bit too high actually, but that's okay. It's the first time I've done it, so you learn, don't you? You live and learn. But look, so just a card to say hello. Just brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. Nice long ones as well. Hoping your day is full of love, laughter, and joy. Thank you ever so much. I really like that happy birthday. Just so handy. Oh, I've missed to cut that. That's okay. Sending you happy thoughts. So yeah, loads. Ta-da! Not good, and you could do them in all different colours as well. And you could heat emboss them on different coloured cardstock, so that the options are limitless. You can just go all sorts of combinations, and obviously you can die cut these blank as well. So if you had other sentiments to stamp into these shapes, then they're great labels as well for going onto your card. So that was a must for me. So let me pop them there. And then the other dies, I was like, I have to have these dies, are these ones. Did you spot these? So these are called Stitched with Whimsy dies. They don't die cut out, but they leave the stitched impression. So that piece is 7 by 7. So let me just run that through. Just going to do that on the desk beside me, because otherwise I'm moving stuff. But look. So nice. So you get the stitching, and then this piece, that one there. So this is my sort of standard card front size. It will just about, I've cut mine a bit thinner, but the second one down, I'm going to put the stitch on that one. So I'll do that now, and then we'll use that as our base for what we're gonna make, which I'm not exactly sure what that is. I just grabbed the flowering cactus kit. There, look. And then it says, oh, gonna make you, between, it's like pincer movement between Jen and I making Annette need stuff. We'll just wear you down. So there we go. So we've got these stitched. They're so cool. So cool. So I had then also got the flowering cactus, which I shared on my Facebook earlier. This. So this is the flowering cactus papers. So these are the ones that match with the dies. And then they've got that on the back. And then you've got these purples. And my little mini cactuses. They're so pretty, aren't they? The purples and the corals. And then these are sort of more florally ones, and then the more patterned graphic ones. So you get 8 of each pattern. And this one, which is that as well. This one I love, like Christmas cactus. That one. That's more of a mint macaron kind of background to that. That's really nice. So that's all the papers, and then, as I say, the dies. We'll die cut out these, and you will get all of those bits and bobs out of that. And it also comes with some felt pages, sheets, and these are little stitched flowers. So they've got little stitching in the middle, and there's a whole kind of sheet of those in various sizes, which are cute. And then they come in the coral and the Highland Heather. So they're the same little flowers, but the different colours. And you get 4 of those. So you get 4 in the coral and 4 in the Highland Heather, so loads. And then you also get the twine. Gotta love a bit of twine. And that is the Calypso coral, if I can find an end to that. So that's the coral, and then that's just your linen, like your natural linen colour. Need to find the end to that. There must be an easier way there. Got it. So that's the two colours. It's gorgeous, isn't it? So this is a medley, so it comes as a complete box of everything that you're seeing, all comes in the one. It has the stamp set. So life can get kind of prickly. Happy looks good on you. I'm always here for you. Hope your birthday is filled with beautiful things. You are a rare find, my dear friend, and I love how our friendship has grown. And then there's kind of the flower and the flowering cactus as well. And then that has the dies. So the dies will coordinate. Oops. It will if I wasn't throwing it on the floor. Therewith. The dies will coordinate with the papers, but of course it will also coordinate with the stamp set. You've got this one, again, papers and stamp set. You've got cactuses, and you've got like flower parts, and then you've got this background piece as well. So you've got these like cut in parts, but you've got this stitched background as well, so that'll give you stitching. Aren't they gorgeous? So there you go. It is a fabulous medley. And just the papers are really fresh, and I think there's something about I love my Christmas crafting. I love all the colours of the Christmas crafting, but like once you're finished with your Christmas crafting, isn't there something lovely about getting out these fresh spring colours and kind of getting these out on your desk and doing something different? So as much as I love that background there, I can't bear to cut into it because I want all these elements to use. So I'm going to skip over that, and I'm going to use some papers, maybe like this one or something. Maybe that one as well. And I just thought I could use like some of these elements, put something on this background and use one of these sentiments. So just a card to say hello. You know, Liz said I thought you had to fussy cut them all out. You know I would have, but no, you don't have to. If fussy cutting is not your thing, then the dies cut out those paper pieces. And what's really nice about the die as well, as much as I absolutely am happy to fussy cut, the dies give you the little notches going around the spikes out of the cactus. So they've got that kind of jaggedy edge as well. Which is obviously a bit trickier when you're fussy cutting, so it gives you that nice cut. So there you go. I'm just going to, she says, keep this fairly simple, but I just wanted to maybe let's trim this down. So I'm going to trim that. I'll just trim that to the closer part of the frame. Which leaves the paper at So leaves you at 9 by 12, or about 5 by 3.5 roughly inches. I'm just cutting that fairly close to the stitching because I want some of the paper to go behind. Shelley says, I think this is my favourite bundle from the upcoming catalogue. I wasn't even going to make my list. How bad's that? I was like, no, I'm gonna, I've got, like, my list was massive. And I was like, no, I'll come back to this, like, once I've seen and sort of maybe. And then I was like, no, I'm going to have to get it. It's really nice. It's really nice. So, a second pre-order may have happened. Let's do... Oh, I can't think. Don't know what to do with that. So let's do 1.5. So I've done 10.5 by 14.8. So I've gone full card front. And I'm just going to grab a mint macaron card base. And we'll score that at 10.5. Oh no, we've just cut that, never mind. Whoops. We'll score the other piece at 10.5 and we'll have some mint macaron pieces for later. Handy, see? I meant to do that. Evening, Louise. Michelle says it would be lovely to fussy cut around the frame. Yeah, I think so. I had a little play with that earlier. I don't know where I've put that piece. But it is fairly straightforward actually to fussy cut around the frame because the die gives you a slight indent. So you can follow that. Going to go for a very, very skinny border. So we'll have that on the mint macaron. So this one, can you see the indent? When you cut around, you're able to follow that line. And because it's not straight anyway, it doesn't have to be perfect. So you're not going kind of right up to the stitching, but you're going around like so, and that will give you that wibbly wobbly frame. Oh, bless. Charlotte's having her bedtime routine, so Mummy's catching up on a little crafting while that's happening. So let's pop that on there. Maybe I wonder if I chop the other one actually as well. Quite like the wibbly edge. Get my snips at everything. It's would have been so many dies if they'd provided one to cut the outline as well, and the intention is to kind of give you that background look, but if you wanted to, they do cut out. Yeah, I quite like that actually. wibbly wobbly. Then we can layer up the other one. Maybe we'll put both on. Why not? Why not? And that's maybe too big. Can I get some scrunched flowers? And maybe the purple felt as well. Maybe just go felt, I'm not sure. Kind of pop that up. Maybe get the smaller coral one there as well. I think that's nicer actually. Something like that. I'm happy with that. I'm not sure about this background. Maybe take like a bit off, maybe half, or get rid of that. Something's not quite right. It's a bit heavy. Maybe half and half that way. Let's trim it in half that way. So kind of 2 inches. Let's have the pattern coming out that way. It just needs something to look a bit too heavy. Better. Do we like the cutting around? Can you hear? Like, Jen's like, love watching your process as I ditch stuff and get rid of it. Like, next. Look at that. This is the where's this ribbon from? This is from somewhere, don't know. There's a nice coral ribbon in my stash. That would be nice. I'm going to stick with the twine that came in the medley though, so I'm going to double this up and pop that around the frame. So let's put a little bit of tape over that just to hold it. And we can tie that. Oh, tied that a bit tight. Yeah, sometimes when you do that, a bit over eager with it, and it pulls the edges. It's not to be quite so tight with that. That's better. Otherwise I've torn, I don't want to tear that frame edge. There we go. Let's stick that down then and put paper on there. That's so pretty, that side as well, isn't it? Let's pop that to that side. So actually quite a simple layout once you've got your pieces. I'm going to move that to that side, I think. Oh, I don't think I want that on there. Maybe green's better actually. What do we think? Green, purple, green, purple. Not sure. Don't know if I want the coral. Oh, it's tricky, isn't it? Tricky decisions. I'm going to put a little glue dot, pop that flower on there. Now I want these lovely little felt bits. So I'm just putting a little glue dot on the back, and that will stick on there. And then maybe a dimensional on the back of that one. Yeah, I think, see, yeah, I might stick with the purple one actually. Dan, you're right. Let me go with my original. Put a bit of dimensional on that. And then the happy birthday. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's that coral twine. I think the neutral on its own might look better for this one. Let's put that back. I love that you've got all these elements in this kit, but it does make my decision making much harder. And the thing is, there is absolutely loads and loads and loads of these pieces, so I don't need to be worried about using them all up because there is so many. Take that back up. Move that over to one side. Better. We'll get there in the end. Bear with me, sorry. Better. Right, let's pop that down. So that's going to go on. Barbara says, oh, I just tuned in. I must stop watching videos. I know, it's a dangerous habit, isn't it? Seeing stuff that wasn't on your wish list to now add to your wish list. Right, that's going to go on there, and then we'll have the happy birthday. So I'm just going to pop a couple of dimensionals off to the side, and then that can kind of slide in like so. Better. And should we put that whole thing up on dimensionals as well? So if we put a few across the back, we'll do something with that other little square in a minute, because we've got plenty of sentiments and we've got plenty of cactuses from the paper. Like that. So there was something, I don't know, I wasn't keen on the two twines together, but I like that with the neutral and just the white space. What do we think? Do you like that one? What else shall we do? So, Jen says love it. Thank you. what about this piece? And if we've got a longer sentiment, let's see what we've got. So we've got, congratulations, hope your day is full of love, laughter and joy. So we can have that going across the centre. Let's pop that on, can make a decision. And then Deanne says Arizona girl approves. Ah. Okay, so I wasn't keen on this set, but it's going on my list now. Ah. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. So that's going to go across the centre. And then I thought we could maybe pop some flowers just around, in and around, in a very kind of flower arranging kind of, let's just add them in. So these are all from the paper. So you could obviously recreate these once your papers run out. There's a refill kit. But this same image is in the stamps. So if you want to stamp them in Magenta Madness for argument's sake, then you could, and you could have a completely different colourway. If the corals and purples are kind of not your bag. I've just trimmed the bottom of that because I want to be able to tuck that in lower, or appear to have tucked that in lower, when in fact obviously I've just chopped it. What other little felt bits have we got? We've got those little flowers and the stitchy ones as well, and don't know, I might stick to just the paper pieces for this one actually, because I've got plenty of them. So let's do just mini dimensionals. Split my thumbnail the other day and had to cut it right down. Don't you hate that when that happens? If you're used to having slightly longer nails, or a nail, and then it's suddenly gone, it feels really funny on the end. And yeah, just they seem to be fine, and then suddenly they just go, don't they? Sue, I've just seen your comment. That's so sweet. Thank you. Let's do... should we have maybe one little felt one in there? Can't resist. And so I'm just picking these up with a few glue dots because the felt will hold with the glue dots. Cute. I don't want the coral to be left out, so I'm going to use that bit of twine that I cut. Let's pop that around. So once I come off here, I'm going to go and check out my blog, because I put in on Thursday, the last Artisan blog hop went live for 2020. We've handed over from that blog hop to the new team, and I know they're going to have a fabulous year. So there are some remaining from this year's Artisan, and then there are some new to the team, and the team's gone from 16 to 21, so there's going to be a whole load of lovely stuff from that team. And And yeah, so but the 3 cards that I made for the last blog hop, I'm giving away 1 to each person. So if you hop on while I'm live, because I can't go and check, and leave me a comment, your name will go into a draw, and I will pull 3 names out of a hat for 3 people to receive those cards. And it can be anyone from anywhere. I will send them worldwide. So don't feel that if you're somewhere far away, then you can't comment, because you can. So that's happening over on my blog. Right, let me grab maybe a piece of Highland Heather. And thank you to everyone who's left me some lovely comments. I have been reading all of them, and you've left some really, really lovely comments for me, and I really do appreciate that. So, right, let's see. So that's Highland Heather. Oh, do you know what else I've got out on my desk, right? And it was just like, I have to have it, was the gorgeous gold leafing. Should I do a little bit of this gold leafing for you? Should we do some on the background maybe? It is amazing. If you haven't seen this, it's so good. A little messy, but so good. So that was my other must-have product from the catalogue as well. So let's... Glenn says, well, now you have my attention. Purple's my favourite colour. Yes, to the gold. So what I would do is I would just quickly... Paula says, yes, please, but be careful not to gild your whole room. Would that be such a bad thing? Let's see. Just have a little... let's do a little bit of... So Versamark. I'm just going to do a couple of swipes with the Versamark. And then... Rachel, it's very sweet. I'll miss you on the Artisan Hops, but these Monday morning lives will keep me inspired. Yes, they will still be, I will still be sharing. So hopefully I'm still live. Just said it. Facebook was saying it had trouble playing my video, so I'm going to carry on as if I'm still here. Chris is another simple card, I see. I know. So this is heat and stick powder, and it works like embossing powder, but it kind of turns into a glue. So you use it exactly the same way as you would with embossing. Versamark, either your stamped image or whatever it is that you want to put it on. Put the powder on. Okay, cool. Rachel says buffering, but all good. Then you'll heat it. Which kind of melts the... melts the stuff, which is my technical terms for it. I'm then going to get another piece of copy paper, because this gilding stuff can go a little everywhere. I'm going to be really careful. Hazel says, I've been using gilding plates for several years. Don't use it if you have a cold and may sneeze. Talking from experience. Look, it's like oh, just so delicate, but it is like light and feathery kind of. So I'm going to grab some tweezers somewhere. There we go. I'm just going to lay this, just light pieces. Don't waft stuff too much, Emma. Onto the card. I think that'll be enough. So I'm going to put the lid on just so it's okay. And then I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I've just got, let me just find an oldish paintbrush, bigger one. This is just a paintbrush. I think you've got quite a while before the sticky stuff dries. So I am just going to rub that onto where I had smooched the sticky stuff. So you could use a sponge. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. I will deal with that later. Or use it on something else. I'm not going to attempt to put that back in the pot at the moment. I'm just going to move it carefully out of my way. But that is essentially, so you can stamp with your Versamark and get it on there as well. But look how shiny that is. Hale says yes, using glue or making patterns with double-sided tape. So double-sided tape will also work. Or your tape runners as well. So it'll adhere to your tape runners. So if you've got a line, let's add that back on. To there. Look at that. So you've got lines of tape. So you could do stripes with it and all sorts. It's beautiful, beautiful. So gold gilding flakes will be on everything, including my craft room. So there you go. But that is going to go on here. And we'll just have a little touch of that behind. Let's put that further. I hadn't really thought that through as to where it was going to sit on the card. I might need a bit more, hey, because I'm just going to cover that. Oh well. We'll just have a touch of it there. That'll be fine. I'm going to end up covering all of that splodge there that we've got. That pretty part there. But that's fine. You get the idea. And you can kind of see how that would be used, which was the idea of showing you. Plus we've got some gold on there, which is never a bad thing. And let's do middle and centre. And then we'll pop that onto the... I want my tapes run out. So we'll get a nice Highland Heather border. Make that straighter. I know, sideways with the sentiment. Oh, that was nearly my just gonna see if I could get some of these gold doobies These are from the Christmas catalogue, but they're the 4 things of sequins, but I'm going to just pop some gold I can't speak and glue at the same time. The gold thingies. Sequins is the word I am looking for. It was not coming. There. I've run out of the gold self-adhesive gems, and I've ordered some, but they're not yet here. But these are perfect. So I'm going to put a few more on there. And we have our card. So Louis said, love the whimsy dies. I know, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Yes, they were definitely on my list. They were top of my list. So there we go. Let's put that on to, should we put that on to a white card base, because that will then sit on there and the sentiment will be fine. In an envelope you've got a little bit of leeway, so although the sentiment slightly overhangs that card, it will still fit in a standard size envelope. You'll be all good with that. Oh, I've knocked my gem off. There. There we go. I like that coral on there. It's really pretty. Ah, hello, lovely lady. Michaela's just come on. There you go. So, gold gilded gem. So, my kind of top picks. So, there you go. That's the beautiful flowering cactus product medley. So many lovely bits in that. My other top picks were these dies. So these are called Stitched with Whimsy. They're towards the back of the catalogue. They're with the hot dog stamp set. Or the sausage dog. Can't think what it's called. And then this was the message dies, and this coordinates with the many messages sentiments, which are fab. So you get all of these. And then this gilded leafing, which will just be going on everything. It's not going to move from my desk because it's just gorgeous. So there you go. There is a couple of cards for you using that. I hope you've enjoyed those. I will take some decent photos in the daylight and share them on my blog, probably tomorrow or Tuesday actually. Yeah, so I hope that's been a bit of a distraction from all that is going on. I will turn the camera around. Oh, if I can. There we go. And just say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for joining for my lives over this last year. I will continue to be doing my Sunday lives. I love them. It's such a nice part of my week. I really enjoy sharing and making the cards with you. If you would like more, I have a coffee and a card extra group that I've opened up from January to June. So it's a 6-month group. So you'll be in for the whole 6 months. It's the equivalent of £7.50 a month, or 45. It's £45 for the 6 months, so equivalent of £7.50. If you join before the 4th of January, so if you join after the 4th of January, it will be £60 for the 6 months. So there's an early bird offer for joining into that group, and all the details are over on my blog. I would love to have you join us. I've just seen all the comments. Merry Christmas to everyone and to all of you, and I hope that you're all safe and well and all of that sort of stuff, and not the Christmases we had imagined, but hopefully our crafting can distract us and keep us busy. So yes, so I will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week. Thanks everyone, bye.